Hey everyone, in this video we'll learn about decision making in C, how our program chooses what we do based on conditions. We'll cover different types of condition statements like if, else if, nested if, the ternary operator, complex Boolean expressions and switch statement. So let's get started. To get better, try practicing each of these concepts one by one on CodeChef. They have a lot of beginner-friendly C programs to strengthen your logic and condition handling skills. The if-else structure. The if-else structure is used when we have multiple conditions to check one after the another. Only the first true condition block is executed. The syntax for the same is if condition 1, the code to execute if condition 1 is true, else if condition 2, the code for if condition true is true, and else executes if none of the above codes are true. Now let's talk about if-else ladder. When we have several related conditions that need to be checked in sequence, we call it an if-else if ladder. It's simply a chain of if and else if statements that execute top down until one condition is true. The nested if statements. Sometimes we need to test another condition inside an already true condition. That's a nested if. It helps us add more detailed checks. The syntax for the same is given as follows. If condition 1, if condition 2 and it executes if both are true. Conditional expression, ternary operator. The ternary operator is a compact form of if-else that works in one line. The syntax for the same is, if the condition is true, use expression if true, otherwise use expression if false. Now let's talk about complex Boolean expressions. When we combine multiple conditions using logical operators, we get complex Boolean expressions. The operators are and, or, and not. Switch statements. The switch statement checks one expression against different possible values and runs the matching one. The syntax is evaluate the switch expression, compare it with each case value. If a match is found, execute the case's code until a break is reached. If no case matches, execute the default block if present. Break statement in switch. The break statement is used to exit the switch once a matching case is found. Without it, all following cases would also run. That's called fall-through behavior. Now let's look at an example for a simple student performance tracker code. We start with our basic setup of our standard input-output library and our main function. Then we declare 4 integer variables marks, attendance, day and extra credit. Line 6 to 10 takes integer inputs from user and stores it in marks, and similarly reads values for attendance, day and extra credit from user input. The next lines of codes are if-else if structure. So if marks are 90 or above, it prints excellent performance. Otherwise, if marks is 75 or above, it prints good job. If neither condition is true, nothing is printed, no final else. Next, we have our if-else if ladder with multiple conditions checked in sequence. So it checks marks which should be greater than or equal to 90, which gives grade A, else check marks if it is greater than or equal to 75, which gives grade B, else greater than or equal to 60, which gives grade C, 50 or greater than or equal to 50 gives grade D, else marks which is lesser than 50, grade F. Only one block executes and the first true condition. The next lines of codes are the nested if. It first checks if marks is greater than or equal to 50 and it prints you passed. The next line of code is nested if level 2, where inside the first if, it checks if marks are equal to exactly 100, and if that is the case, it prints perfect score. The next line of code is nested if level 3, inside the second if, where it checks if attendance is also 100 and prints perfect attendance too. Now this demonstrates 3 levels of nesting. Now here we see the else block for the first if. If marks is lesser than 50, it prints you failed. Now let's talk about the ternary operator code, shorthand for if else. So here we can see if marks is greater than or equal to 90, a bonus is equal to 55 is given, otherwise bonus is 0. It prints the bonus value basically. The next lines are another ternary example with character variable. So if marks are greater than or equal to 50, the status P or pass, else status F or fail is given. The percentile C is format specifier for the characters. Now next is a nested ternary inside another ternary operator. So now if marks is greater than or equal to 90, the reward is 10. Else if marks is greater than or equal to 75, the reward is 5. Else reward is equal to 0. So it basically prints the reward. Now the next lines of code explain the AND operator, where the marks must be greater than or equal to 50 and attendance must be greater than or equal to 75. So it only prints if both conditions are satisfied. The next code is of the OR operator. Here at least one condition must be true. So either marks should be greater than or equal to 90 or extra credit should be greater than or equal to 10. So it prints if any one condition is satisfied. Now let's talk about the NOT operator. It negates, reverses the condition. So here if the marks are lesser than 50, it would be true for failure, but if the marks are lesser than 50 and it reverses it, it becomes true for pass. So it's same as writing marks should be greater than or equal to 50. Now next we'll talk about the complex Boolean expression that combines AND and OR. So here if marks is greater than or equal to 50 and the attendance is greater than or equal to 75, here both must be true, or the extra credit is equal to or greater than 20. This alone can satisfy the condition. So here it uses parentheses to group conditions clearly. Now next we talk about another complex expressions where the marks should be greater than or equal to 60, must be true, and either attendance should be greater than or equal to 80 or the extra credit should be greater than or equal to 15. So this demonstrates precedence with parentheses. Next we have a set of switch statements which starts a switch block that checks the value of the day variable. So here case 1, if d equals 1, it prints Monday. So the case 1 is Monday. Each break statement exits the switch. It prevents checking other cases. So case 2 here is Tuesday, 3, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday respectively. Now each case checks if day equals that number. It prints the corresponding day name, and the break prevents fall through to the next case. And if the day is not 1 to 7, it prints invalid day. The next set of line of codes calculates grade character based on marks using if-else ladder and stores it in the grade variable. So here what you can see is the second switch example with character cases. Switches on the grade character, that is. So each case matches a character A, B, C, D, F and prints feedback message for each grade. Now the code is ended with the return 0 to indicate successful program execution and ends the main function. Now you can see that we will be putting our required input, our user input, and then we run the program. As we run the program, now we can see the results.
According to our given input, this is the results that we've received, that we passed, it is eligible for exam, qualified for scholarship, not failed, etc. etc. For practicing more, you can jump onto the CodeChef compiler and try your own code with various variations and examples as well.
That's all for this session on decision making in C. You've now learned how to make your programs think and choose actions logically. Keep practicing and I'll see you in the next one.